Action.
Okay, I am Indy Nidell.
And I'm Spartacus Olson.
And this is a Time Goes sort of public service announcement, I guess, right?
Something like that.
Now, we are in Bavaria, where they live, and where I come down to film all the stuff that we film for the Time Goes channel, Sabaton History channel, the World War II in Real Time channel. And it's interesting, because I came here last Sunday. And the flight that I got from Sweden from Stockholm to Munich was the last flight that non-residents were allowed to take into Germany. And I figured I'd be able to go back to Sweden because I'm a Swedish resident, so I can go back and stuff. And an interesting thing happened this morning, right? My flight was tonight. My flight was supposed to be this evening, Sunday evening. And this morning I got an email just when I got up saying that my gate had been changed. I'm like, my gate's changed. You don't usually assign a gate 13 hours before the flight. That's weird. And then I checked, and it turned out that they had changed me from the evening flight to the morning flight, which I didn't. That's all. That's in itself is not a problem. That's fine. But they had neglected to tell me, Lufthansa, that Lufthansa was changing me from the evening flight to the morning flight. They did send me an email to tell me that the gate was changed. They just didn't send me an email to tell me that my flight was changed. So I called them and had a very nice chat with a very nice woman. And she tried to help me. Said, okay, well, we'll see what plane we can get you on. And there are none until at least April. And today's like 24th or something? I don't really know. It's the 20-something of March. So I'm here for another week. Can't do the trains because, Poland and Denmark the borders are closed. There's no cars to rent. Lufthansa is trying to do what they can, and I don't know what that is. But as it looks like, I'm here for a little while. And now Bavaria is now in curfew and lockdown, yeah?
Totally.
Sparty,
yeah.
Open your mouth. You tell them.
I'll tell him. Well,
Yeah.
I think it's been in the news anyway. But Germany, as of today, is on a nationwide lockdown. Nobody's allowed to go out more than two people at the same time, or with family members. So it's a real curfew.
And you have to be you can't be more than 1.5 meters closer to each.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's in police enforced.
That's police enforced.
That's 5 feet from each other. That's police enforced.
Which, by the way, is a good thing because
I live in Sweden. That's just natural in Sweden anyway. So
Yeah, here in Germany, not so much. But it's a good thing.
But
everybody out there, you should stay safe, keep your social distance because this is a really serious situation. Now, we're lucky. And we're really lucky thanks to you, because if it wasn't for the Time Ghost Army, we would have real problems right now. Because
there's enough problems. Okay, first of all, the curfew itself, the curfew doesn't actually affect any of us since it's the three of us. We didn't have the crew because we couldn't bring them down from the Netherlands for anything. But we're out in the countryside, only the three of us anyway.
That's right.
Whether or not there's a curfew, we're doing exactly the same thing. But the things I was supposed to do in Stockholm, as many of you know, I still play music and tour with bands. I had a Finnish tour next week, that's canceled. A bunch of shows in April, those are canceled. I was supposed to do a couple of commercial voiceovers this week. I have no idea if I can do that over Skype or if that's canceled. That's my income. I don't have any work except this work. And as long as I'm here for at least another 4 or 5 days, if not another week or two or even a month, we're just going to keep cranking out stuff, right? We already this week, we filmed 6 episodes of World War II. We filmed a bunch of specials, a bunch of biographies, a bunch of Out of the Foxholes, 6 episodes of Sabaton History, an entire miniseries, 5 episodes and a prologue about the Indonesian War of Independence, the final 3 episodes of Between Two Wars, and tomorrow I'm going to get cracking on more World War II. So hopefully we can shoot enough to take us into June, because we're not going to be able to have an April shooting, definitely, and likely not a May one. Now there's a major event in the Second World War that happens in June. I'm talking, of course, about the invasion of Syria, which does happen. That's not what you thought I was going to say, did you? So, I definitely want to be here in the studio for that. I think there's some shit happens with the Soviet Union. I don't know. It's just weird. It's all lies anyway.
It's all lies.
It's all lies.
It's all made up.
But so we're doing some other plans. The first thing we did when we set Time Goes together was our mini-series covering the Cuba Missile Crisis day by day. But that was just the three of us without all the great editors and editing and all the great sound and the full Screen Ocean archive and the better cameras and stuff. So hopefully this week we're going to reshoot the Cuba Crisis and we'll release the episodes day by day, so you can follow it in real time after the Indonesian stuff comes out. That'll be the next thing, because it's far back enough on the Time Ghost channel that many people, when we put out a Between Two Wars episode, 90, 100,000 people watch it the first couple of days. The Cuba Crisis videos, which are really good, but they only have 15, 20, because they're old. Nobody knows that and stuff. So we're gonna redo that because those scripts are awesome, and there's a lot of original. There's a lot of Kennedy talking and stuff like that.
Astrid's preparing a set for that.
Astrid's preparing a set for that.
An amazing set for Indonesia.
Oh, you guys are gonna. You gotta. It's the best looking show of all of our shows that we've done so far. And tomorrow evening, I'm dragging them over to the piano in their daughter Anna's room. Anna, who is the host now of On the Homefront. I'm dragging. She's away. She's in Cologne. But
she's in lockdown.
She's in lockdown.
Not to come home.
Right. I thought she's still in Cologne.
No, she's in Munich.
That's why she's not allowed to come home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a piano in her room, and we're gonna film. They don't know what it is yet, and it's gonna be a surprise to them until they set up the cameras and sit there. A new spin-off series I have called Molotov's Cocktails, which is going to be a new World War II spin-off. It's going to be really good. But the only reason that we can do this, that I can be here, I have to be here now, but the reason that I come here is because of you guys and your support, and especially in dark times like this, when, the rest of my life's falling apart. But I have this thanks to you guys, so I cheers. Doing this is the most fun thing I know how to do. Not talking into Astrid's phone, but okay, that's number 3 on most fun things I know how to do. Number two is watch any videos, any films and footage featuring Max from Heart to Heart, the old TV show, but playing another character. That's my. Oh, and you might think there are. I know one. When I first came to Sweden in the mid '90s, every 6 months I turned on the TV and there was this film called The Cassandra Crossing from the '70s. I think they got it for no royalties or something. It's a Wonderful Life. It had expired or something. It was on all the time, and it's about some train going through Europe, and there's all kinds of drama and stuff. And there's it's Max from Heart to Heart, right? And this is a long video, isn't it? And Max, he comes out, and his character comes out, and he helps somebody, and he's like the conductor or the guy that works with the uniform. And they say, and my name's John, what's your name? He goes, oh, me, I'm Max. And I'm like, yes, of course you are, because you're always Max. So Max from Heart to Heart video is the second best thing I know how to do. Talking into Astrid's phone, especially when she's not around, is the third favorite thing that I like to do. My first favorite thing I like to do is filming stuff with these guys, and of course with Vika and Yoram and Izzy and Frankie and Irina and Marek and the gang.
Valentes.
The World War II stuff and the Time Ghost stuff. So, I thank you for that we get to do this. We figured we'd give you a little update. We'll probably give them some during the week because we have nothing but time right now.
Yeah.
We are 3 people. We have a film studio. And
it's been interesting because, it really is a return to basics, 2017, the 3 of us. But with the infrastructure that, again, thanks to you, we've been able to build up. So it's been a back to basics week. And I think that's pretty much what the world is going through at the moment. Is really, I think a lot of us are soul searching and looking at what are the really important parts.
Yes, and it's a difference, experiencing history than to talk about it.
How much did I write about the Spanish flu with the Great War? Oh, speaking of the Great War, it was 2 days ago, according to my phone. So 6 years and 2 days ago, Sparty and I sat in an office in Cologne, in a MediaCraft office, and came up with the idea for the Great War. It was going to be called World War I Weekly was the. I'll give you a photo so you can put out photos of this whiteboard we were writing on, how it might work with different fronts and stuff. And then I started researching it and realized I was an idiot. But it's awesome.
We almost treated it like it was World War II with Pacific Front.
Didn't have Pacific Front.
No,
There's the siege of Qingdao.
I know, but it was we had the naval war.
Oh, and the Italian front was a lot bigger. We didn't have the Palestine. We didn't have the Caucasus front. We didn't have Gallipoli. We didn't have the Romanian front. We didn't have the Macedonian front. We didn't have the Libyan front. We didn't have the Mesopotamian front. We didn't have the Persian front.
But our first idea was to divide it: Eastern Front, Western Front, naval war. That was
Yeah,
our first
Italian
idea.
front. Italians in it. Italians in it.
And then we added Italian,
Yeah.
and then it just kind of like it just went on.
Then
like
we
that,
learned
and
about the
realized,
war.
Oh my God! If we go on like this, we're going to have like 7 different, at least, if not 12 different ways to tell this war.
And I wrote it. I wrote that whole war. But something I wrote about an hour ago. You know, the World War II in real time. You know, we have the little boy. You know, the bum 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 bum. You know, the little music. Like when I say I'm Indy Nidell. This is World War II, and you know, there's the thing. New song. Okay, it goes like this. World War II, do 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 do. World War II, do 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 do. World War II, do 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 do. World War II, World War II, do 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 do.
Oh my God.
Okay, and on that note, I guess we'll say goodbye to you guys. Thank you very much for your support. That's yeah. Thanks that we get to do this. It's nice that it's a team effort. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much from my side as well.
Be seeing you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.